Hey, what's up guys? I'm Quinn Deloy. I'm the multiplayer designer here at Epic Games, and we're here showing off the newest game mode for Gears of War Judgment called Overrun. And what we have here is all these people demoing here at Nerd HQ, and we're showing off our newest map for here at Comic-Con called Island. And it looks a lot different than what we got at E3, which was rooftops, and it's more organic, and you got a little bit more differentiation between the sides. So all you guys that are into Gears of War and the multiplayer and trying to figure out which sides are which, this is going to be really good level design to illustrate to you gamers which side of the map you're on. So those of you that haven't ever seen Overrun before, or even had been lucky to come and play it, let's explain it to you guys a little bit. So if you look at the heads-up display that Prince here is playing on, we have the upper left-hand corner is the round. So there's two rounds in Overrun, both attack and defend. And the COG team, which is what we're watching now, is the defending team. They're trying to defend the objectives. There's 3 objectives all in a row. So there's the first objective, second objective, and third. And so, but for this demo, this purposes, we have it on a shorter version where it's just one objective. And so in the upper left-hand corner, you can see we've got the generator, and that's what the COG are trying to defend. Right now it's at full health. And then the points underneath that is the player's actual, their individual points, what they're doing in the match. So, and then the top right corner, you've got your standard weapon and ammunition. But the coolest thing that's new and unique to Overrun and Gears of War in general that makes our class-based multiplayer unique is the abilities. And so in the upper right-hand corner, as you see, the stim gas is the ability of the medic class, which is being played right here. And so the stim gas, if you could throw it again, Prince, on something, see, he deploys it with the left bumper, and then it cools down really quickly. So we wanted to make all the abilities in Overrun be used a lot. And so we've got them coming back really quickly. Instead of players treating them like they're special and sacred, I gotta hold on to this, we wanted them using them a lot. So when you're the medic like Prince is, he's throwing out his stim gas grenade quite a bit to help his teammates out, to help his players out. And that's with all of our classes. The soldier, he throws ammunition. The scout throws out a tagging beacon which spots enemies. And then the engineer actually throws out a deployable sentry. And we can show you some of these classes as we go through the demo a little bit. So right here, see, Prince just healed his buddy. He needed help. There's on-screen indicators because we wanted to make everything a little bit more simple for players that don't have mics, because people don't always use microphones when they play. And so we wanted to get that communication to help players out. So Prince, he just died. He went into a bad area where the locusts spawn. That's the ink area. So when he respawns back in, he's going to go, let's try engineer out, Prince. So now he's an engineer, and each class also has unique weapon loadout. So the engineer, he has a shotgun and also a blowtorch. So Prince, he got his blowtorch out, and he's now trying to repair this wall. See, so you repair the wall to keep the locust advancers from attacking your objective. And he also has a deployable sentry, see? So he just put a sentry, and it's automated, and it just wrecks, just dominates anyone that comes through. And that again also has a cooldown. See, everything comes back after a few seconds because we want players using them. We don't want them holding on to it. And so we deliberately made them short so that short-term memory of us as human beings doesn't kick in and, hey, we forget about this thing ever happened. So we want people using it a lot. See, so now it's back again. And so put it up on top of this, Prince. That's all good. So what's also cool about this is we didn't want players to just be able to throw them on the ground, but you could actually put them up on top of stuff. So when it comes back, we could actually check that out. So also, what I want to get in mind or touch on is with the fortifications that the engineer repairs with his blowtorch. Once they go down, the engineer can't repair them again. So it's really vital that when you guys play this game, when it comes out, that the engineers really communicate. See, you just put it up on top of that barrier, which is awesome. So now it's no longer on the ground level. You could put them up really high. So we wanted that player creativity. of deploying your sentries. And we also didn't want to get into, players, they make mistakes. They put a sentry in a bad spot, and then they either have to destroy it themselves. And so we wanted to make it, the sentry automatic detonates, and then when it cools down again, you could put it up wherever you want. So now we've got the Prince as the scout, and the scout has a beacon grenade that when you throw it, it puts this big radar pulse out, and then it spots enemies. See those guys being spotted, and not only does it spot them, it actually, the enemies that are spotted take an extra, they take extra damage. So it's really important when big guys are attacking your base that, hey, we need a scout, throw in a scout grenade and make those guys weaker so we can kill them. So scouts are really vital. Also, they can climb up into these perches, which is very unique to Gears of War. We've traditionally never gotten into having players get up to high ground, like what we call verticality. And so we wanted to enable that with Gears of War Judgment. We wanted to make it fresh and new. We didn't want to rest on our laurels, say, yeah, Gears 1 was good, Gears 2 was good, Gears 3, and let's just, copy paste and make the next game. We wanted to do something really different and new. And that was one of the ways, why not just let our players be creative with where they want to go and climb up to different spots. And so the scout, he can do that kind of thing. He can climb up to perches, he can throw his beacon grenade, and he's the only class that has a sniper rifle. So now the COG, they successfully defended their generator. So that's good. That's good for the defense. So now what we're going to see is these guys, the teams now switch sides, and now they become the Locust attackers. And so what we have here is we have a similar setup to the COG where there's 4 classes. And Prince, he decided to go with the Ticker. And the Ticker is our fast, nimble class that's really good at chomping fortifications. And also, the cool thing is exploding. When they self-detonate, they can take out a bunch of enemies that are around them. Also, they have a special ability on the left bumper, which is a quick speed boost, which used in combining with your detonation is awesome, because you can basically become a torpedo and blow up and take a bunch of guys out. It's really satisfying. But then we move along here as the Wretch. The Wretch is our kind of like our really sneaky stealth class. If really players that are really good at this guy can sneak behind enemy lines, scream and cringe at opponents, and they could also jump over the fortifications. The coolest thing also about these guys is that they can also climb up into the same perches where the scout hangs out. So let's check that out. Prince, you see these pop prints right here? Wretches can do that too, which is way cool. So they can get up there, get behind enemy lines, smack cringe guys just like that, help their buddies out, and then while the COG are cringe, then the Locust can move in for the kill. So that class is really cool, but really really weak. Wow, so the Locust is totally dominated right there. You guys are totally stacked teams over here. What's up with that? So look at this. So the Locust, they got the generator. It's lights out, curtain. So now we see the time limit here. Man, that's rough. That COG team didn't do so hot on defense. So that's pretty much Overrun. If you guys want more tips or tricks or things on Overrun, I'm on Twitter at Quindaloyo, and Overrun is shipping with Gears of War Judgment first quarter of 2013 next year.